Hello, everybody. Welcome to our live. I am Heather, and we come to you live each and every day. So we are here for you guys. This is a way for you to learn Luminess. Ask about Luminess, ask about the starter kit, ask how to do it, ask about other products, because we talk about color cosmetics, we talk about skincare, and of course, airbrush. And so we know we have people on that are at all different levels of airbrushing. So we always like to go over the basics, and the basics being our starter kit. Let me show you our starter kit real quick. This is our Icon, and we also have the Icon Pro and the Legend, of course, the Breeze, which I'll be using today. We do have, it comes with makeup. Now you might order it at different times, and it has, you might get some free gifts, all that goodness, but it is going to come with the 2 bottles of foundation, love, and blush. They all come with makeup. And so remember that the blush is super high pigmented. It does bloom. And so you'll only want to use about 2 drops. And then love might not be something you use every single day, but it is beautiful. It's going to give your skin some luminosity. It's going to give your skin some that youthful glow. And you can also mix it in with your blush. I love mixing it in even with my foundation. And then once you get your kit, the biggest step I want you to do is open up your box. Open it up, get it out, and you're going to practice. Now, holding your stylus, you're going to hold the stylus 4 finger widths away from your face. Keep that bad boy moving around. You're never in one spot twice, but you want to keep moving it around. Also, make sure you barely pull back on this trigger. And one thing you want to do is maybe practice with water, and that will get you used to it. Those movements, that distance, all of that will become second nature to you. So you won't even have to think about it, but just know that you're going to have to kind of practice a little bit. You've been doing traditional makeup up until this point, and so doing airbrush takes a little bit of getting used to. I'm not saying, oh, practice it for 365 days and you'll be an expert. No, I'm saying practice it a couple of days doing those steps and you will have it down. Good morning, Martin. How are you? Hey, Jacques. Good to see you. Oh, you're wearing a lip stain today, Martin. That's awesome. Pam, good morning. Good morning. Good morning. My day so far is good, but I just got up. Just kidding. I've been up for a while, but but my day is good. I hope everybody's having a great day today. So let's go ahead and get started. I am going to use our Breeze right here. This is our cordless chargeable one. Amazing. And so I'm going to start out. We always talk about like pre-coverage. So if there's things that you want to cover, things that you need to start blurring, you can use stuff that we call pre-coverage. It can be a foundation. It can be glow. It can be anything you want it to be, basically. It depends on how much you have to cover. So you might want to try a color corrector. You may want to try our CC concealer. There's little things that you can do to get that coverage started, but a lot of our products overlap. So just because you have eraser and X out, that does not mean to use both of them. There might be days that you use eraser. There might be days you use X out. So you never know, right? All right, so let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to start out with glow, and I'm going to put it on my eyes. My eyes are darker, and I'm going to use it to highlight underneath my eyes. So shake it up, shake it up. Make sure you shake up our products. You want to make sure that all that pigment is nice and mixed together. And I just put it in my foundation well up here. I'm going to close my lid, turn on my system. Now remember, I love this air. It's hot in here, so I'm just going to say here. This live will be just Heather blowing air on her face. It's amazing. All right, so I'm going to keep it 4 finger widths away, right? Now, when I'm working on specific areas like my blush or even under my eyes, I can come in a little closer. The closer you are, the more precise. And you know what? I'm going to show you. This is 4. And this is the wrong way to apply it. Okay? See how wide that circle is? Now I'm going to come in a little closer. I can come in 3 finger widths away. And see the difference between those two? The total wrong way of doing it. I just wanted to prove a point that this is the distance that you want to put on the makeup, the 4 finger widths, because like I said, there's overlap, but you're never in one spot twice. So that's giving you a larger range. If you held this up, if I'm holding this 4 finger widths away, I can feel air here to here. That means that's where the makeup's going to go. All right. So I can feel it here. Look, see, that's what it's covering. That is your airbrush. What? I know, amazing. So that when you're practicing the 4 finger widths away, that is a great way. Like, okay, I know where the makeup's going. That's where it's going, and you can really concentrate on feeling that makeup. All right. So now, I did put on a little concealer before because I don't want to scare children when I drop my daughter off at school. Okay, so I'll just make those even. All right, so now hey, Veronica, good morning. Oh, I have plenty. All right, so now I'm going to take it. When I do under my eyes, I look up because you always want to keep your stylus or your breeze level. But when I do under my eyes, I look up and then I'll see how the difference level, boop, level, ooh, slightly, make my movement, and then lightly pull back on the trigger. As soon as I feel the coolness of the makeup being released, I'm moving, okay? Now, do I want more under here? Yes, but how do I do that? I make passes. Passes that's what's going to give you coverage. That's what's going to give you the intensity of a color. Like if you're doing eyeshadow, if you're doing the bronzer, all of that, okay? So there, I'm going to see how I should have done one side, but see how it's like lightening up, but it's almost, think of it as magic. You really do. With traditional makeup, you're used to seeing that opaqueness right away. And if you see that with airbrush, you're applying it wrong. So when you're making those passes and you're like, Heather does not know what she's talking about. Nothing is coming out. I'm barely pulling back on the sugar. I don't see anything, and then all of a sudden you're like, oh, okay. When you are watching me do this, it should look like I'm being crazy, just waving this thing around. But then things should start to blur. Things should start to disappear. Things should start to highlight. And you'll start seeing a light change, but like magic, not all at once. Make sense? Say amen if it makes some sense. All right. So now I just blew out the extra glow that I had in there, which wasn't a lot. And now I'm going to move to my bronzer. I did this yesterday, but I really forget how much I love this matte bronzer. I told you guys that I used it on one of my brides the other day, and I just loved it because your stylus, your breeze, blends everything for you. Sometimes when I'm doing the Cut One palette and I'm using a brush and I'm doing it, sometimes I can get like a mark, and that's harder to correct than doing it with airbrush. It's a lot easier because what happens if we spray too much? What do we do? What do we do? What do we do? I know there's a delay. I know y'all know. What do we do if we get a mark on airbrush? I'm holding out because I know y'all know. I'm putting my bronzer in my stylus. Come on, tell me. What do we do if we mess up with airbrush? What do we do? Tap it out. There you go. Tap it out. If I get up of makeup, all I have to do is, and I'm done. And then you just keep going. So all you have to do is tap it out. Whereas with traditional makeup, it's a lot more complicated. You have to like blend it and then take that off and then do both sides match, blah, all that. Okay. So bronzer in here, turning on my system. I am going to make sure that that's the color I'm getting. And now again, holding it probably a little bit closer. I start my movements first. Did I say hi to Luminess? Hi, Luminess. Okay. Can you start to see it? Did you see it spray on me? Probably not, but you can start seeing it. Is this as dark as I want it? No. But what am I going to do? Move to the other side. I'm not getting any love on my light on this. Like I don't have any smiley faces or thumbs up or loves. So I need them. Show me some love on Tuesday. Okay. Is that as dark as I want it? Probably not. Let's go back. Thank you for my thumbs up. Yay, a heart too. I'm going to get my chin, of course. Can't forget the chin. Now remember, airbrush or what foundation does, it evens you out. It makes you flat. Hey, Jawline, how are you? Good to see you. So foundation. Hey, Anita, good to see you. Guys, we have so many people on YouTube and on Facebook, and I'm digging the chili. I love it. And I love when you talk to me. I'm going to add a little bit more. Okay. Turn my system on. Now, I like to contour around my forehead, around my temple. Even though I do have bangs, I do like to do that because, and this is just another little tip, if you have a forehead is when your 4 fingers can fit from your top of your eyebrow to your hairline. Boop, forehead. If you have a 5 head, you need to contour. You need to be contouring. You have too much forehead. My mom has too much forehead. She says this. I don't. My mom's beautiful. She needs bangs because without them, she says she looks like an onion. And so we want to make, I don't know why, but make sure if you have more than a forehead, you do need to contour around here. However, that's a lot of forehead already. And so I want to, even though I have bangs, I do like to give it some dimension, give it some interest. Then jawline or cheekbone area, I start at the middle of the ear, go towards the corner of my mouth, but stop where the iris is. Stop where the color is, okay? Jawline, so important to me because of this bad boy, okay? That you want to, and we talked a little bit about this yesterday. I want to hide him, but then I also need to bring him down a little bit. Whoop! Disappear. All right. So foundation's going to even you out. Now I know what some people are saying. You're probably saying, well, Heather, you haven't done foundation. I know. With airbrush makeup, you can do things in different order, okay? So right now, my contour is going to look a little strong. I'm about to add some blush. I always do blush first. I like a softer blush, and then I airbrush the foundation on over it. Now, just because I did glow, my bronzer, and I'm doing blush, I'm still getting coverage. So when I get to my foundation, I might not have to use as many drops of my foundation that I normally would because all I'm doing is blending it out, okay? So I'm going to do 2 drops of my blush. And then coming in just a little closer. And with blush, you want to stop it to where you almost love it. You're like, it's almost there, almost, but stop it because it will bloom. It is going to bloom. 2 drops. That's all you need. Even if you're a blushaholic, maybe 3, but still probably 2. So do a little bit more here. I don't know why I love to add blush everywhere. Oh, let me show you real quick. You can even do it on your eyes. I can add a little pink on my eyes. If you wanted this is the Soft Rose blush. Soft Rose. Jawline, is this your first time? Anita, is this your first time with us? All right. So now I'm taking my Rose Foundation shade 3. And before your eyes, everything's going to start making sense. The blush and the contour is not going to be too strong. It's going to be super blended. Jawline, do you have a system? Anita, we're so glad you're here. I love it. Do y'all have a system? Anita, do you have a system? All right, so now I'm going to start my foundation. My shade 3 Rose. Now, if you might have silk, 4-in-1, you might have rose 4-in-1. Silk 4-in-1 is going to give you sheer to medium coverage, and the rose 4-in-1 is going to give you medium to full coverage. Now, misconception. Just because I say rose is full coverage, that does not mean it's going to look like makeup. Yes, that is true. It is not going to look like makeup. If you are airbrushing the right way, it doesn't matter if you do like crazy drag queen makeup, it should still look like natural makeup. Okay? So as long as you're airbrushing right, keeping that distance, making those light passes, barely pulling back on that trigger, it will look flawless and not heavy at all. Right? So it just depends on what you want covered. Do you need more coverage? Then go with rose. If you are like, I could give it or take it, I don't know, go with silk. I jump back and forth between the two. So turn this on. Anita, girl, we're gonna talk. I'm gonna talk to you. Jawline has the breeze. Her son is getting. Jawline, where are you? Where's he getting married? And Jawline, yeah. Message, send me an email at beautybar@luminessair.com. Beautybar@luminessair.com. We're in Houston, and we can help you. So don't be intimidated by it. You can do it, but practice. If you haven't practiced it yet, make sure you are practicing or watch more videos. Oh, how cool. And I know exactly where that is. But email me, beautybar@luminessair.com. I'll give you some tips on what exactly to do, and you'll be perfect. So Anita on YouTube is saying that she has a system, but she's intimidated by it, and she got her system a year ago. How many times have we heard that? Like 100. So Anita, you are not doing anything different. A lot of people are intimidated by it. But if you were, I don't know if you heard in the beginning where I said to get it out of the box is your first big step. Practice with just the air. Practice with water. Do that because then it makes it less scary. But just keep that distance. Working on, you want to watch yourself in the mirror because when you're practicing with just the air, you either do this because there's air blowing at you, or you come in closer because you're used to touching your face. But just practice with the air. And then practice with the water. You can spray your mouth, but just practice with the water. If you can airbrush water on your face and it's not running down your face, then you have a better idea. Water does weigh heavier than the makeup, so your face is going to be wet, but it gets you to that that starting point. I promise, this is going to become second nature. I'm going to tell you another little tip. When you're practicing, put 5 drops of makeup. It doesn't care. I don't care what foundation. Get 5 drops of a foundation, put it in your stylus, fold up a paper towel, hold it the 4 finger widths away, start your movement, and then lightly pull back on the trigger. What you want to happen, and this is the reason I have you do this, is because you can visualize it. You want it to show up. Well, actually, can you see, like right here, it looks a little heavy? That's wrong, okay? You don't want it to do this. That means you're pulling back too hard. But what this does, I'm gonna start my movement, lightly pull back, and you want it, you might not be able to see it because I have some really good lights over here, but you want to build that coverage. What this is doing is showing your mind that yes, something is coming out and I'm barely pulling back on this. Because again, when we get to airbrushing ourselves, I want you to question whether or not it's coming out. So I'm going to start in one spot, make a pass, lightly pulling back. Notice I'm not racing. I'm not being crazy. I'm not painting a fence. I'm keeping my stylus moving. There is overlap. I have my eyes open. I'm talking. It's not on my earrings. It's not in my hair. It's very precise. Pam, I love that. Pam said on YouTube, she said, I was scared at first. I sprayed so much makeup, it was running down my face. And Pam, you know that you're not alone. And that's, guys, that's the normal thing. All you know up until this point is traditional makeup. You're used to seeing that on your face, right? And now I'm telling you, hey, I don't want to see it coming out. You want to question whether or not it's coming out. That goes against what we're thinking. So it's just retraining our brains. And again, a couple of times, couple of practices, do those practices. Oh, I ran out already. Do those practices that I was telling you to do, and you'll have it down. We also have where you can book an appointment. If you look in the bio or description below, you can book an appointment with me. We have 2 a week, and book an appointment. But I'm just going to say, if you're going to book an appointment, you better keep it, because that makes me mad. But you'll get one-on-one attention. They're small group class. Okay, see, I just sprayed too heavy. And what I'm going to do, if I needed to, actually, it's fine, tap it out. Blend it down my neck. Boop, boop. Okay, and we're done. I don't need more. That's the coverage that I want, and I'm good to go. Chances are, like, I didn't have to use as much as I normally do. I filled it up because I sprayed the paper towel, but I didn't use as much as I normally do because I already have coverage from the blush, from the contour, from all of that fun stuff. Let's do real quick eyes. I'm going to use Nude and Naughty. And I always start, I do the crease first because I've already put some foundation or the glow on my eyes. I already have my neutral color there. So if we want to do it where it's simple makeup, you know, like ready on the go, I can use that as my light shade, and then I can go in and just do something in my crease. I never pick up my brush. I start on the outside and just blend, blend, blend lightly, lightly. I went to a drugstore to get some photos printed, and while I was waiting, I was looking at the makeup, and I was so tempted to buy some eyeshadow, because I remember growing up and, like, when I first started wearing the makeup and eyeshadow, and I had the beautiful crystal blue eyeshadow, and you would have to sit there and pile it on because there wasn't a lot of pigment in it, whereas our stuff has a lot of pigment. Hold on, Jean. Hold on, Lejean. Hold on. I'm going to type it in real quick. It's Beauty Bar, if I can spell. At Luminous. Did I spell that right? I don't know. I'm like, yes. There you go. There you go. Lejean, you should understand my country accent. I'm from Texas too. All right, so I'm just going to blend, blend, blend. No harsh lines, but see how just one color, bam, bam. Just added a little bit, because we are contouring our eyes basically, just a little bit right in there. Now, just for some interest, I'm going to put this. I'm using my finger. It's okay. You can. I'll go in right here. Right there. And just add a little bit of shimmer, okay? Bam. Still good with that, right? If I wanted to step it up, you know how I always love you to step it up a notch? Remember, do something fun, do something different. Put on a red lipstick, do some contouring right before you take your makeup off so you can see if you like it. So this, I'm just going to pop a little bit of darker brown right in that crease, that outside crease, but see what a difference that makes? That was great. But bam, there you go. Right? Never pick, I'm not picking up my brush. That first spot that you put the brush is where most of the makeup's going to go. And I'm lightly blending. You don't see my whole eyeball moving. I barely have to touch. All right. So now I'm going to take Persuasion. Hey, Judy, good to see you. I'm glad you're here. I'm taking Persuasion eyeliner, which I've been using a lot lately, and this is the brown. And just tickling that lash line. Yesterday I did the kind of the cat out. I'm going to keep it close to home. Right there. Taking a flat eyeshadow brush because I never want to do the liquid. I don't even like doing a pencil underneath my eye. For the liner, I like a softer look. And so I'm going to go in with a dark brown with a flat eyeshadow brush, but I just did the tip. And I'm placing it right there. That way you're not pulling on the eye. I'm literally boop, 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 just placing it right there. And it's a softer look. It's not as harsh. And you can, if you wanted to take it up a notch, you could do it a little thicker or even add a little bit of the shimmer too underneath there just to change it up a little bit. Let me make sure I don't have any fallout. No, I think we're good. All right. So now I'm going to add some mascara. And I curled my lashes this morning, so I'm not going to curl them again. Look at what a difference mascara makes. Right? Brushing this back and forth. That's why I love this brush, because it has that pointier end. You can use the larger side to, or the end to get it on, but then you can go back and use that tip to kind of separate them. All right. Bam. Now, what do we think we're going to use today? You know, I'm going to use my same one. This is my Dusty Rose. If you do not have Dusty Rose, you need it. This is my staple. Dusty Rose Ballet Pink, hands down, my faves. I do have a little bit of lip conditioner on, so I'm a blot. But because I have that lip conditioner on, it's going to glide so easy. But these are so creamy that I wear them by themselves all the time. Thank you, Martin. And I'm going to fill in my whole lip. Now you can add a gloss on top. Or you can just, or a lipstick, or even a vinyl slick liquid lipstick, or a lip stain. You can add that on top, or you can just go like this. Our lip conditioner, you can even put on top. And there you go. Ooh la la. So how easy was that, guys? How easy was that? What, Veronica, which one's never in stock? Veronica. I'm waiting to see her answer. I know there's a little. What's the Dusty Rose isn't in stock? Is that what you're talking about? Hold on, I'm looking right now. Let's see, shall we? Dusty Rose, I see it here. It is. I'm on it. So yeah, it is. It is. The Dusty Rose right now is in. I'm like, in stock. Yep. It says in stock. So Dusty Rose. Oh, okay. Let's check the other one then. Live. We are checking. Make gloss. Live and in color. Let's do. You know what song is stuck in my head now? Luminizers, luminizers, luminizers. Even though I'm not wearing it. Vinyl. The Ballet Pink. Nope, it's in stock. In stock, in stock. And it's a BOGO. It's a buy one, get one free. What? It's on sale. Was the other one on? It's on sale and it's BOGO. And it is. And so is the lip liner. I wonder if you could do like buy a lip liner and then check it out right now, because click the links below. Because you can, if it's a buy one, get one free, you might be able to buy the Ballet Pink and get the, if they mix them like that, sometimes they do that, or you might have to get two the same. But yeah, Veronica, go now. All right, guys, thank you so much for joining me. So good to see you guys. I will see you back here mañana. All right, bye for now.